Don't Trust Our Opinion. Don't Trust Our Opinion podcast. It's your boys back in the building. It's your boy OJ.
Boss man, CJ. Let's get it.
Here we are once again.
Sad day in America. Sad day.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
If you're a conservative, it's probably a good day. Conservative man.
Yeah. So, man, this is crazy. We'd love to hear you got your y'all stance on it, but let's get into it. We'll talk about it further, but we'll let George Carlin do some talking. Let's see what it is. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I know where he's gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Back to this abortion shit. Now, is a fetus a human being? This seems to be the central question. Well, if a fetus is a human being, how come the census doesn't count them? If a fetus is a human being, how come when there's a miscarriage, they don't have a funeral? If a fetus is a human being, how come people say we have 2 children and 1 on the way, instead of saying we have 3 children? People say life begins at conception. I say life began about 1 billion years ago, and it's a continuous process. Continuous, just keeps rolling along. Rolling along.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Here's this question. Is a fetus a human being?
Is a fetus a human being?
I say no. I think you're a human being after you're born.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like,
agree?
yeah, I feel like I don't like. I mean,
is a fetus a human being? I think that's the start of this debate.
yeah.
That's like the.
I mean, like the thing is, like, I'll let him continue.
I said, you know something? Listen, you can go back further than that. What about the carbon atoms? Huh? Human life could not exist without carbon. So is it just possible that maybe we shouldn't be burning all this coal? Just looking for a little consistency here in these anti-abortion arguments. See, the really hardcore people will tell you life begins at fertilization. Fertilization when the sperm fertilizes the egg, which is usually a few moments after the man says, gee, honey, I was going to pull out, but the phone rang and it startled me. Fertilization. But even after the egg is fertilized, it's still 6 or 7 days before it reaches the uterus and pregnancy begins. And not every egg makes it that far. 80% of a woman's fertilized eggs are rinsed and flushed out of her body once a month during those delightful few days she has. They wind up on sanitary napkins, and yet they are fertilized eggs. So basically what these anti-abortion people are telling us is that any woman who's had more than 1 period is a serial killer.
And I mean, what about us? You know what I'm saying? We shooting loads everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We shooting loads everywhere. So it's like, what does that make us? You know? That's million. Like if that's a serial killer, this is genocide. This is genocide. We shooting millions of kids everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You're missing.
yeah,
We shoot a bad percentage.
yeah, bro. We Ben Simmons at the free throw line.
Yeah.
And let's continue. We got more video to watch, man. I can't believe this shit, man.
Consistency. Hey, if they really want to get serious, what about all the sperm that are wasted when the state executes a condemned man and one of these pro-life guys who's watching comes in his pants, huh? Here's a guy standing over there with his jockey shorts full of little Vinnies and Debbies, and nobody's saying a word to the guy. Not every ejaculation deserves a name. Now, speaking of consistency, Catholics, which I was until I reached the age of reason.
Wow.
Catholics?
Wow. He's shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
Catholics and other Christians are against abortions, and they're against homosexuals. Well, who has less abortions than homosexuals? Leave these fucking...
Yo, he's shooting from the hip right now. That was good.
alone, for Christ's sakes. Here is an entire class of people guaranteed never to have an abortion. And the Catholics and Christians are just tossing them aside. You'd think they'd make natural allies.
Happy
Go
Pride
for
Month.
consistency in religion. And speaking of my friends, the Catholics, when John Cardinal O'Connor of New York and some of these other cardinals and bishops have experienced their first pregnancies and their first labor pains and they've raised a couple of children on minimum wage, then I'll be glad to hear what they have to say about abortion. I'm sure it'll be interesting. Enlightening, too. But, in the meantime, what they ought to be doing is telling these priests who took a vow of chastity to keep their hands off the altar boys. Keep your hands to yourself, Father. You know? When Jesus said, "Suffer the little children come unto me," that's not So you know what I tell these anti-abortion people? I say, hey, if you think a fetus is more important than a woman, try getting a fetus to wash the shit stains out of your underwear. For no pay and no pension. I tell them, think of an abortion as term limits. That's all it is. Biological term limits. But you know, the longer you listen to this abortion debate, the more you hear this phrase, sanctity of life. You've heard that, sanctity of life. You believe in it? Personally, I think it's a bunch of shit. Well, I mean, life is sacred? Who said so? God? Hey, if you read history, you realize that God is one of the leading causes of death. Has been for thousands of years. Hindus, Muslims, Jews, Christians, all taking turns killing each other because God told them it was a good idea.
Yo, he makes this guy's. Rest in peace, George Carlin, man. I would love to have a conversation with him.
It's crazy how a lot of his stand-up segments still relate to today.
Yeah, man. It's almost sad because it's like, damn.
Did we grow?
Yeah. It's like, damn, like.
You know how some shit you like one time we watching Patrice O'Neal, like a second, I forgot what it was though. We was like, damn, that shit is outdated.
Yeah.
His shit still be here.
Exactly. It makes you think like, damn, as a society we kinda didn't really evolve that much. But we good at TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
we grew technology wise.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Not
like if George Carlin's just seeing people like in the streets, like, what's like the hottest TikTok shit right now? Yeah, but what song? Like, what song?
I don't know.
Whatever. But, you know, he'll be like, what the fuck? But this shit is so crazy to me, man. Like, I still can't believe that in 2022, we're arguing about what a woman should be able to do with her body. Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, I feel like this shit, like, prehistoric. Like, this is mad. This is really barbaric to me.
So what's next?
Crazy, bro. Like what we gonna argue about next? Like, should humans really have rights? Like, the fuck? Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Of God, the blood of the Lamb, vengeance is mine. Millions of dead motherfuckers. Millions of dead motherfuckers, all because they gave the wrong answer to the God question. You believe in God? No. Dead. You believe in God? Yes. You believe in my God? No. Dead.
Crazy, bro.
My God has a bigger dick than your God.
Crazy. Bro, this shit is so crazy to me, man, because the people that are pushing this are conservative Christian people.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I'm not saying all conservatives, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, the people that I've seen, I'll just go for what I've seen, right? That are pushing this are conservative Christians, right? And if that's the case, right? My thing is, like, you can live however you want to live, right? If you like hugging trees, you hug that tree. Don't force me to hug trees, you know. But hugging trees does help with depression for some, like, you know. It's a scientific fact. Go on Google right now.
How do you know that, bro?
Because
what made you look that up?
Because, you know, but the thing is, that's not the point, right? The point is, just don't force your life onto mine. You know, we're all different. We all have different DNA. You know, we all grew up differently. So like, how can you force another person to believe in what you believe? That's insanity. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can't. But isn't America about being free? And like, this is crazy. Like, just really think about this shit, bro. This is crazy, man. I can't believe this. And now all like, there's gonna be so much. Like a lot of women are gonna commit suicide because of this.
A lot of illegal abortions gonna happen.
Yeah, and who knows? You might be desperate enough to go to some illegal abortion clinic or whatever. Then they don't know what the fuck they doing. They fuck around, kill you.
Not even an illegal
like,
abortion clinic. It'll go to people's basements. If they can't
yeah,
travel
with the hot stove and the
Yeah.
hanger. Like, bro, this is crazy,
Take
bro.
these pills, bro.
This is
fact,
crazy, bro.
I was gonna make a joke, but I ain't gonna do it.
This is this is crazy, man.
It is.
Thousands of years, and all the best wars, too. The bloodiest, most brutal
Facts.
wars fought, all based on religious hatred, which is fine with me. Hey, anytime a bunch of holy people want to kill each other, I'm a happy guy. But don't be giving me all this shit about the sanctity of life. I mean, even if there were such a thing, I don't think it's something you can blame on God. Now, you know where the sanctity of life came from? We made it up. You know why? Because we're alive. Self-interest. Living people have a strong interest in promoting the idea that somehow life is sacred. You don't see Abbott and Costello running around talking about this shit, do you? We're not hearing a whole lot from Mussolini on the subject. What's the latest from JFK? Not a goddamn thing. Because JFK, Mussolini, and Abbott and Costello are fucking dead. Fucking dead. And dead people give less than a shit about the sanctity of life. Only living people care about it, so the whole thing grows out of a completely biased point of view. It's a self-serving, man-made bullshit story. It's one of these things we tell ourselves so we'll feel noble. Life is sacred. Makes you feel noble. Well, let me ask you this. If everything that ever lived is dead, and everything alive is gonna die, where does the sacred part come in? I'm having trouble with that. Because, I mean, even with this stuff we preach about the sanctity of life, we don't practice it. We don't practice it. Look at what we kill. Mosquitoes and flies, because they're pests. Lions and tigers, because it's fun.
Wow.
Chickens and pigs, because we're hungry. Pheasants and quails, because it's fun. And we're hungry. And people, we kill people, because they're pests.
Wow.
And it's fun.
And we're hungry. Can you imagine? But let me continue.
And you might have noticed something else. The sanctity of life doesn't seem to apply to cancer cells, does it? You rarely see a bumper sticker that says, "Save the tumors." Or "I break for advanced melanoma." Viruses, mold, mildew, maggots, fungus, weeds, E. coli bacteria, the crabs. Nothing sacred about those things. So at best, the sanctity of life is kind of a selective thing. We get to choose which forms of life we feel are sacred, and we get to kill the rest. Pretty neat deal, huh? You know how we got it? We made the whole fucking thing up. Made it up. The same way. Thank you.
Bro, that's why it's really important to just let people live their own lives, man. This is so crazy to me. Like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this shit.
I just want to know what's the main motive behind this.
Because I feel like like, in my opinion, I feel like the culture that's trying to be placed is conservative Christian values. Like, they believe that fetuses are people, and what abortion is murder, right? So, and conservative Christians, in my opinion, right, if it was up to them, then they would get rid of condoms, they would get rid of Plan B, they would get rid of all these things, which would cause people to have sex within marriage, or You know what I'm saying? Like they like they're trying to eliminate all the forbidden sex that people are having, you know, and like that's why and like anal sex would be like anal sex and blowjobs would be I don't want to say illegal, but like extremely shunned upon because I think the notion that they're trying to like put out is that you should only have sex to
conceive.
Exactly, yeah. And that's crazy. That's crazy. That's not even human nature. Like, I mean, not that's not even any animal nature. We fucking just to fuck. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a lion's not thinking about just like, oh man, I really want some kids right now. It's like, damn, I'm horny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy, bro.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. If y'all have, I'm pretty sure y'all have opinions. So just let us know. We living in a crazy time right now.
So it's so fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. I feel so sorry. And then like, there's gonna be so many kids born that didn't like. That is like, you know, sure there's gonna be an anomaly where supposed to be an abortion, man, and then he make the fucking NBA, and then you know what I'm saying. Of course, it's gonna be an anomaly like that. But to just look at that anomaly and be like, see. She should have never had that abortion because he's in the NBA now. He's worth millions. It's like, nah, what the fuck? What about all the other kids that's thrown in the garbage? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then now he's thrown in the garbage. Nobody loves him. He becomes a murderer. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man.
Let us know what y'all think.
Don't trust.